All right, here we go.
We got cameras rolling. We got mics hot. Are we ready to do this? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cast in Steel.
Cast in Steel, the competition where minds
That's our best bet to get a decent blade.
I'm definitely worried about the weight constraint.
will meet metal to take on this year's challenge.
We have George Washington's sword.
It's a test of creativity,
Do you think we could do any gemstones?
We could do sapphires.
design,
All right.
and raw skill. Each week, we'll meet different teams
From across the country.
How many people are gonna ask if you want to make a sword? And then we actually do. Like,
Getting to make something with your own hands. I'm pretty excited for that.
It's so empowering, it's amazing.
as they're challenged to design, cast, and ultimately put their creations to the test. Fighting through a grueling qualifying round, hoping their sword won't break. The strongest will reach the finals.
Over the course of the series, 38 teams will go head-to-head as they boldly test their own swords.
And get their swords brutally tested by expert judges. In the end, the judge panel will decide who will get the $25,000 prize and the ultimate title.
The winner of Cast in Steel.
Every year, the Steel Founders Society of America, the group behind the competition, come up with a new casting challenge. This year, it's a tough one. Make a sword like George Washington might have carried. Now, Washington owned many swords throughout his life, some just for show, others meant for battle. And this competition will highlight each team's ingenuity in recreating one of these swords.
In this episode, 8 teams face off in the ultimate test of skill, creativity, and steel. California State Polytechnic University Pomona, Penn State Behrend, Central Michigan University, Iowa State University, Tennessee Technological University, Michigan Technological University, Western Michigan University, and Pittsburg State University.
Our quest to find the best cast sword takes us to Pittsburg State.
What about we change the lion head to a gorilla?
You think you can do that in SolidWorks?
I think I can try.
I am Starzia Gray. I am a part of the Silverback Swords from Pitt State University. My interest in the engineering field was born definitely early on. My family had a very strong emphasis on STEM as I was growing up. So when I went into college, I actually wanted to be an astrophysics major, but I didn't feel like I fit in super well in our physics program. So I just pivoted over to engineering. Engineering is really cool. There's a lot of problem solving in it. I'm someone who really likes a good puzzle to be solved, but I feel like a lot of people are scared of going into STEM fields just because of how much they've been told, like, oh, it's hard. You don't need to be super smart to be an engineer, is a strongly held belief of mine.
What do you want to do after you graduate?
So I have a dream of living in a castle in the mountains. I can put like secret tunnels through my castle, bookshelf entryways. I definitely have plans to model it, at least somewhat, off of Castle Ravenloft from 2nd edition D&D. I also have a dream car of a hearse. I can throw a mattress in the back and just go places. Whenever I'm ready to stop, I can just like pull into a safe location for the night and sleep in the back of my hearse. And I'm hoping that once I graduate, I can pivot into a nice, well-paying job that'll fund my dream. Overall, I like to keep things interesting. I live by the philosophy that I can't control how good a day I have, but I can control how weird a day everybody else has.
All right, boys, joyride.
I have 2 skeletons that I keep in my car. The original, Charles Bones McJones, and more recently, I've accrued Frederick.
Go past where Derp lives, the squirrel. I don't think I've introduced you to Derp.
People will ask why I have skeletons in my car, and to which I say, why not?
It would be really funny if we stopped and got Einstein's. Yes, you're right. However, I think you're getting a little overweight. Maybe we don't need to go to Einstein.
What do you want to do? Swords traditionally aren't cast, so we need something a little bit beefier to stand up. I am Brandon Edwards. I'm senior at Pittsburg State University. When I was about 10, I broke our swing set at the house. My stepdad put me in front of a welder and made me fix it. That kind of led me down the path of welding, and then that led me into manufacturing. My stepdad is a manufacturing R&D production engineer. Growing up, I kind of was around the facilities that he worked in. That's what kind of drove me to the manufacturing field, because the manufacturing industry is less about what's being made and it's more about how I'm gonna make it. One thing that I think is interesting about the engineering field is that numbers don't lie. Numbers are how I'm wired. That's just how it is. The numbers have to make sense. And if the numbers don't make sense, then it's not right. I just started a new job working full-time as a manufacturing production engineer and being a full-time student. The upside of working in the field while studying is that most of the stuff that we're learning in class, I can actually apply, but I leave the house about 3:30 in the morning and don't get back on average until 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Hey, baby. How are you guys?
Does that answer your question?
I met my wife, Jordan, on Facebook, actually. She ended up going to one of my best friend's birthday parties with me, and that's kind of where we hit it off.
Emerson, where's your sister at?
Here.
Oh, Swayze. Hi.
I got 2 girls now. They run our lives.
You want to know something?
What?
I got a foster puppy that I need you to go pick up when you get done.
What?
I have 6 dogs, 4 cats.
Hi, Beth.
We have puppies at home. We have a goat that's pregnant. Life right now is just kind of crazy.
Can you tell Daddy bye?
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
One of the biggest things that I've tried to do through all my schooling is that I try to open as many doors as possible. The more doors that I can open, the better for my family. And winning a competition like Cast and Steel will open some of those doors.
I'm going to Kentucky. I leave Friday, I come back Wednesday. I should be here like afternoon.
Okay.
My name is Ellen Shade. I'm a senior mechanical engineering major and I go to Penn State Behrend. I'm a member of the Cast and Steel team, the Behrend Bladesmiths. When I was younger, I was really into Legos and Minecraft. I loved building things. I loved to see the final product, so that made me want to pursue architecture. You know, as I went through school, I found my love for math and I found my love for science, and I was like, wow, I really want to do something with this, but I also want to do something that can incorporate my love for building things. I stumbled upon mechanical engineering just when I was, searching, and I immediately fell in love, and there was no looking back for me. Okay, number 1 priority should probably be hoodie fundraiser, just because that's probably coming up on a deadline soon. Yeah. Right now, I'm our president of the Society of Women Engineers, and I'm also the president of our Behrend Engineering Ambassadors, both of which have initiatives to not only bring more young adults into engineering, but young women. Study night probably next. After spring breaks, I feel like that's when a bunch of stuff's gonna pick up for a lot of people. I want girls and women to see how cool engineering is, and I want them to know that they can do anything that they set their mind to. Perfect. Yeah. See you later, queens. See you later, queens. See you, girly pops. My name is Nicole Kraushaw, and I'm a fourth-year mechanical engineering major. What got me interested in this field was I grew up in rural PA. I was always helping my dad, always like fixing things and working on things around the house. You know, one time we were actually building a new barn out back, and he had me use like an air nail gun, and I was super nervous to do it, but he was like, oh, you'll be fine. And, you know, I got up there and I helped him with it. And, you know, it kind of gave me confidence that going into the engineering field, like I could do things like that. I could work with my hands. And then once I got to high school, I joined the robotics team. And that's when I really decided that like engineering was what I wanted to do. I was on the Penn State Behrend women's soccer team for 4 years. I was a team captain this fall, and we were conference champions. Being an athlete my whole life has definitely made me a more competitive person. Our team has quite a few college athletes, so Jacob and I both played 4 years of college soccer. Ellie was also on the women's basketball team for a couple of years, and I definitely think that that helps with managing our time. We're also very competitive. I think it's hopefully going to be a big part of why our team is going to be so successful.
My name is Brody Mandel. I'm 27 years old, and I'm a senior mechanical engineering student at Penn State Behrend. I graduated high school, top of my class, in 2015. I was good at math, so I was gonna go be an engineer. So I went to Penn State University Park. After that year, I felt like I didn't have the drive for it, so I figured, you know, while I'm still young and able, I'm gonna go do something a little bit more exciting. So I decided to join the United States Marine Corps, and I decided to be a crew chief. They said, that's a door gunner on a helicopter. At the time I was 18, 19 years old, I said, that sounds incredible. During that time, I spent a lot of maintenance hours on the helicopter. I really got into the mindset of, okay, we can remove and replace things whenever they break or whenever we have issues, but why did the engineers decide to put them together this way? So as I was ending my time of enlistment, I decided to go back to school for mechanical engineering. I chose Penn State Behrend because I'm originally from this area, and there's also the Erie Airport here. So it just kind of worked out that I could go to school and work at a local airport. I help maintain the fleet of aircraft that we have there, and I also work on commercial flights that come in on an on-call basis. I'm always looking for a challenge. This team, we've worked together in the past, we work really well as a group, and all of us agreed that the cast and steel competition sounded like an incredible project, even though none of us have done any casting before. So absolutely, there's gonna be a whole bunch of nervousness through the entire process.
Looking at our options for swords, what's everyone's kind of thoughts?
What about the really intricate one?
There's a lot at stake for us here at the Pittsburg State University. We were the only school to have won cast and steel twice. It was fun last year. I wanted to do it again.
Winner is Pittsburg State University. The grand prize winner, Graduate Gorillas.
Let's see if we can make it a third time.
I'm leaning towards the Alti presentation broadsword for sure. The challenge for this competition is to make a replica of George Washington's swords out of steel. We chose the Alt presentation broadsword because it's heavy and it has a lot of engravings along it. The engravings are going to be a massive pain in the butt, but I think we'll be able to manage that with some extra time and elbow grease and SolidWorks.
I'm definitely worried about the weight constraint, though. That's a lot of metal. Pitt State has done very well in cast and steel,
which definitely puts a lot of pressure on us as students. I don't want to fail anybody.
Watching them videos of them beating on them Halligan bars last year. I'm kind of afraid what they're gonna do to these swords.
Yeah, they are not gonna play nice at all.
Something that's thin doesn't make a good casting. Most castings are inherently brittle. The Alter presentation broadsword is thicker, so it's gonna give us a little bit more meat there to be able to actually beat on.
From a castability standpoint, I think having that extra bit of beef there will make it a little bit easier.
I'd love to be able to say, oh, it's all gone super smoothly, but it really hasn't. We had a lot of difficulty in the design phase.
In order to make a good casting, You have to have a good design and has to incorporate features that it can be molded and manufactured. And then we take it to our partner foundry. Ours is Monette Metals, and they cast it, and sometimes it doesn't work.
This is the first casting that we did with Monette Metals, our partner foundry. Doesn't look good. We got significant amount of misruns where our material just kind of tore itself apart. I like a good challenge, and I put in everything that I can to a challenge. Based off of the failures that we had with this, we made some adjustments. We went through several different renditions of the sword before we settled on something that looked good and we felt would be adequate. We're feeling a lot better about this second pour. We're hoping that with the new and improved design that our pour will go great. What doing, Gabe?
We are loading up all of our patterns, getting ready to take them to the foundry.
Woo!
How are you guys feeling about pouring?
Who would have thought it'd be so hard to make a metal stick with sharp edges?
Hey, we got just under 4 weeks. We have to ship our blade to the competition. So if those castings come out as bad as the last rounds, I don't know how we're gonna get another pour in.
The big concern we have right now is our casting's not coming out. If the mold falls apart, we won't get a casting. If we don't have a casting, we can't be in the competition.
At the end of the day, we got a sword. It's not perfect. It's got porosity issues, but we are pressed for time. You have to cut off the gating, then you have to grind it. The swords themselves get very hot very quickly during grinding, so things can go wrong when you're grinding too. Then we move right into cleaning the sword and engraving.
The alt presentation broadsword has engravings on both sides of the blade.
That's about 60 inches worth of just engravings.
When we finally got everything together, it's indescribable, the feeling of joy that we had.
I'm definitely anxious about how well it'll fare, but I am definitely cautiously optimistic.
Some people see us as the one to beat, so this could either be something that brings us glory or it could go horribly wrong.
It looks like the Bailey Silver and Ivory Hilted Cuttoe sword got the most votes.
The challenge from SFSA was to recreate one of George Washington's swords. But out of the 4 of us, none of us have done any casting before.
I definitely like the Bailey one.
No, that one definitely looks the coolest.
Yeah, that one looks really cool.
I am the grad student advisor. This is my second year in the cast and steel competition. So I first participated as a senior and we won best design and paper for it. Now, I want them to win best overall.
But it is a very nice looking sword. I think it would work well. What do you guys think?
For sure. We chose the Bailey Ivory and Silver Hilted Cuttoe sword because we loved the design of it.
It'd be good for our, our skill set. Nothing too complicated.
Since we, as a team, had never cast anything before, we thought it was kind of a good balance between something that we thought we were able to make and something that we were able to make well. I guess we start looking into how we're actually gonna make this thing.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Cool.
Sounds good. Initially, you start with making a design of your sword. You could mess something up with that. You could have the wrong sizes, not include enough extra material for machining. So that's kind of step number 1.
So this was the model for the sword, where we had the blade here, the guard, and then the tang.
Then we started to 3D model our sword.
We did all the calculations to account for shrinkage and potential for porosity or different issues within the sword.
And then going from there, you go into designing the molds themselves. There was a lot more to it than we kind of anticipated, and we were, falling a little bit behind in the schedule that we had set for ourselves. That took us a while to get a hang of just because we really weren't used to it before. It was definitely very nerve-wracking, but finally we did figure that out, so we were ready to pour.
The students that worked with folks at Ashland Foundry and Machine Works in Ashland, Pennsylvania, and poured their sword.
They're very good at what they do, but there's always a chance that something could go wrong during the pour.
We ended up designing 3 different gating systems and had 4 copies of each of those gating systems for a total of 12 swords.
It was super cool to be able to watch that pour, but our biggest worry was not being able to fill the casting all the way because it's so thin and so long, so it could solidify before it reaches the end of the sword.
When we're pulling them out of the molds, some of them could break, some of them could warp, could crack.
Careful, don't bend it.
Watching them break the sand molds apart, we were like biting our nails trying to see. We had the whole sword.
That one looks okay.
We have 2 that are not cracked, 2 out of 12. I know, it's a little nerve-wracking.
At this point, we are post-processing, machining the sword to our final dimensions. None of us had casting experience before, so each step has come with its own challenges.
Where we are learning there's a lot of stuff that we need to do by hand. We are doing a little bit of grinding to get different surfaces on there. Also work on sharpening the blade.
We are going to personalize our sword by creating a lion head that goes on the very end of our handle. This lion will be the Nittany lion, which is the Penn State and Penn State Behrend mascot. We're also going to laser engrave a lion on our guard of our handle.
There's still a lot of work that needs to go into it. We still have to do the full assembly for the handle and the guard.
After I graduate, I'm looking to go into manufacturing. Not super sure what exact field, but the casting field is really exciting. I mean, you get to design something all the way from start to finish, but not having any experience with this, I'm kind of worried about the competition because there could be something that we haven't prepared our sword for.
Throughout this season, you've seen students cast their swords in large facilities. But how can you make a casting if you're out in the middle of nowhere, where you don't have all that infrastructure? That's the challenge that these people are trying to solve. Welcome to Schofield Barracks on Oahu, Hawaii. Home to U.S. Indo-Pacific Command's newest experiment in making things faster, closer, and smarter. This is just awesome to see. We've condensed all of the capabilities of a foundry into just 2 Connex boxes. This might look like just a collection of shipping containers, but they're actually portable workshops. They're basically factories in a box, including digital design and 3D printing, a metal foundry, and multiple machine shops. All factories you can set up anywhere in the world.
So this is the DMG Mori 5-axis mill. It's the first of a kind to be put inside of a shipping container. It's also the first of its kind put on a ship to make parts on the go. They figure out a way to where it rocks with the ship. It's pretty awesome.
There's almost no limit to what can be made. From tiny screws to UAVs, from howitzer parts, all the way up to components for nuclear submarines. And when you're thousands of miles from home, a broken part can stop everything. But this mobile setup can cut the wait for a replacement part from months to hours.
The U.S. military could never imagine that they had the capabilities to cast and pour aluminum and steel at the front line. It's absolutely incredible, and it blew their minds.
And this isn't theory. They're already using these mini factories for real-world fixes.
Like, we had one part that was quoted at $12,000, and the lead time on it was 18 months, which we have produced for, I think, an approximate cost of $12. There you go. Another 6 brackets, ready to go.
This setup isn't about making millions of parts. It's about making the right part at the right time. So this is an M119 howitzer. Can you show us what part broke?
Yes, this is the part that broke.
What does that mean for the warfighter that you could replace this in a shift?
That means in under 5 hours, we're able to get this part made, put back on this weapon, the M119, and have it back in the fight, saving lives and able to prosecute the war.
And for the people doing this work every day, it's more than just a job. It's a chance to build something that matters.
This is very advanced stuff we're doing. We're pouring hot metal, we're making parts, we're supporting our fellows in the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, and it's great to be a part of this.
The team at Schofield Barracks and their work on the Foundry in a Box initiative is yet another example of how the ever-growing need for fast, quality cast parts is driving innovation. Innovation that today affects the U.S. military and very soon will affect private sector manufacturing throughout the world.
We're on our way to Atlanta. I'm really excited to take our sword to Atlanta. I've never been to Atlanta, so that's something that's really cool too. When I found out the competition was there, I was like, no way.
We made it to airport number 1. Waiting for my boys. We're all here. How do you feel, Austin?
Great. We're gonna win, right? We're going for a 3rd win. We'll see what happens. I hope for the best.
We don't have Josh.
Josh. There we go. Everyone's going.
We're engineering students, not runners. Hey, what's happening?
Our connecting flight departs in half an hour. We have about 15-minute walk to the airport trying to find where.
Woo! We go. It's been 6 minutes. Whoa! Oh my God. Damn. Oh, Josh, we made it.
Hi, we sure did. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cast in Steel. First, it is my pleasure to introduce our judges. In her first time judging Cast in Steel, our MIT metallurgist, Melissa Martinez. Next up, the CEO of Steam Extreme, Philip Harrison. Next, a man who needs no introduction, Dave Baker, the weapons maker. And finally, someone who's been a bladesmith, blacksmith, jeweler, and metal artist for 4 decades, Ben Abbott. In this qualifying episode, 8 teams from across the country are going head-to-head. There are 5 qualifying rounds in total, and the winner of each earns a spot in the finale and a shot at the $25,000 grand prize. To compete, each team must create a Washington sword, either a faithful replica or one inspired by history, no longer than 43 inches, weighing under 4.4 pounds, and incorporating casting in the design. During the competition, blades will be put to the test, first by the students, and then by the judges.
Yeah!
The first student test is a stab and slash through a canvas bag filled with rice, designed to test the sharp edge of the blade. A clean pierce and slice show precision and sharpness. For the second student test, each team gets 5 swings to cut clean through a cherry wood dowel. Performance testing is only one part of the equation. Teams are also scored by additional judges on their technical reports, for their project videos, which document the entire building process, often with a few creative flourishes. All of it adds up to one overall score, but there's one hard rule. If your sword breaks, you're out. Cast in Steel starts now.
Coming up first, we have Penn State Behrend, the Behrend Bladesmith. Penn State really shows their school spirit, right on their sword's handle.
Because I know how hard we've all worked, I think we might have a winning sword.
went through like butter. It felt really nice when it cut through the rice bag, both thrusting and cutting.
But we have a lighter sword, and a lot of the weight is kind of towards the handle, and also the handle is a little bit loose, so I am a little bit concerned there. It made 5 decent cuts in there. Kind of took a little chunk on one of them, but when I felt that handle, it did become a little bit more loose as we used it.
And give it up for Penn State, the Behrend Bladesmiths.
So at that point, I just wanted to survive, basically.
Yeah.
Coming up now is John Joe, testing for the Blazing Broncos Northwestern Michigan University.
With its horsehead pommel, Western Michigan sword gives a nod to its school's mascot. This failure was very likely the result of cracks forming during the heat treatment and forming in one of the most vulnerable spots for a sword, between the blade and the handle.
Up now is John and Joe, again, testing for Iowa State University's SciCast.
Iowa State brings the style with its white handle, chain, and detailed castings. It's a beautiful sword.
The rice bag brought sweet victory.
Pommel draw.
But then the dowel brought bitter defeat.
Sword breaker.
Coming up next is Michigan Tech's The Founding Founders.
Michigan Tech's sword presents a distinctively rustic design.
Get that hand off of there. Thank you.
Cut that after it was. I was feeling a little bit nervous about the edge of our blade, but it was super easy. Was able to do it without any issues.
I think we're going to break the sword just because of the high porosity. But I'm going to strike it really hard and just hope for the best. It felt really good after the first swing, and then I just kept momentum going, and it finished out pretty strong, and I was pretty happy with it, and feel like we did a good job.
Give it up for Michigan Tech's The Founding Founders.
Good job, guys. Hold on. Well, he wasn't gentle with that one.
Coming up is Tennessee Tech's The Foundry Fathers.
Tennessee Tech offers a bruiser of a sword with a comfortable looking handle.
I thrust the sword through the bag and it just went clean through, really smooth, and then I sliced the bag and it just went perfectly first try.
When we poured, we've never poured steel before on Tech campus, and this was the first time. There was only 3 of us pouring. It was a little chaotic. We did not get all the gases out of the metal. So the blade has holes that go all the way through it.
When we passed the chop, I felt like I could finally breathe again.
It was really fun. Gave the blade a nice smooch afterwards, and we had a good time.
From Central Michigan University, it's Fired Up Casting.
Central Michigan sword stands out with its striking guard and handle details.
This is the first time seeing these tests and the challenges that come ahead. You don't know how your sword will perform, so it's a lot of pressure.
Walking in to see the dowel challenge, I was a little concerned. We had a couple porosity spots that we thought we welded, tried our best to fix those up, but you never know. To start, I was like, oh, maybe I should swing like a little softer so it doesn't shatter the first swing. And I swung not too hard and it cut in pretty good, so I was like, okay, I'll just go for it. And it chopped right through and didn't break. That was just the biggest relief.
Coming up next, we've got Cal Poly Pomona's The Crucible Crew.
With its blade and handle cast as one piece, Cal Poly brings a unique design.
Pushed it through the back wall.
Stop it from swinging. Stop it from swinging.
Okay.
In terms of the rice bag challenge, we weren't feeling too great about it, mainly because we didn't really have time to sharpen it fully. We kind of rough grinded it and it slammed the rice bag into the wall and it sprayed rice everywhere.
It's like an old-timey wedding.
And tester number 2, please take the stage.
We were feeling really good about the cherry dowel. We went with a really heavy sword because we knew we'd probably be hitting something. I swung that thing and it went through like it wasn't even there.
When it came to the cherry dowel, Cal Poly powered through, keeping their team in contention. Aside from the failures of two teams, this has been an incredibly strong round. Makes you wonder, can it last?
Up next is our returning champions, Pittsburg State University in Kansas, the Silverback Swords.
Pittsburg State's authentic details grab your attention right from the start.
When the announcer announced
The defending
champs, kind of put more pressure on our sword.
I missed the first time I went in.
Yeah.
When we were backstage getting ready for that cherry dowel challenge, all that was going through my head was all the little defects that I had seen. So getting up there, I was very concerned that we were just gonna shatter the blade. Some people see us as the one to beat, but we're just trying to survive.
Oh, whoa.
I had seen the defects in our casting, and I was afraid we were going to end up breaking our sword.
We intentionally chose a heavier sword because we were hoping that it would be some of this brutal testing, like hitting a cherry dowel. And full force hard, held up to it just fine.
And give it up for the defending champions, Pittsburg State University in Kansas, the Silverback Swords.
And that wraps up student testing.
And now, time for the judge testing.
Only 2 teams didn't make it through the student testing, leaving 6 teams still in contention and ready to be tested by our judges.
And now the judges testing Penn State, the Behrend Bladesmiths.
First up, The carpet test. It's another slash and stab challenge, but this time it is far less forgiving than the rice bag.
And Philip.
Going into the carpet challenge, I mean, I think we were pretty confident. One of our strengths is definitely how sharp our sword is, so we had a pretty good feeling about it. All three of the judges were able to slice through the carpet, so that went really well.
And finally, David Baker, you take the stage.
For the second judge test, we're cutting through a coconut to see how strong the blade is. This is a test about edge toughness. Will the sword cleave the coconut cleanly in half, or will the blade break under pressure?
I think our sword performed really well overall.
The blade moved when I was swinging it.
The handle has a little bit of wiggle.
I think we had two kind of detrimental things. One, the handle being a little bit loose and not getting to the cherry dowel.
And now the judges testing for Tennessee Tech's The Foundry Fathers. David Baker, please take the stage.
I was kind of nervous about the carpet challenge because I knew that our edge wasn't quite as sharp as some of the other teams.
Just a rough edge.
Round and round they go.
It's been a really good time. It's a bunch of nerds hanging out, so it's easy to geek out about everything with everybody here.
And what an honor for Ben Abbott to slice with our sword. So.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
And Dave, too. We love you, Dave.
And one of our judges are testing for Central Michigan University's Fired Up Casting. Ben, please take the stage.
When we first were testing our blade at school, we tried cutting through a water bottle, and the first time I hit it, I couldn't get through the water bottle, so I was like, oh no, this might not be great. And then we had Grant cut through it with the water bottle easily, so it's like, okay, well, maybe it's sharp, maybe it's not sharp, maybe I just can't hit a water bottle.
Yeah, he definitely found the sweet spot.
And David, please take the stage.
You found that sword's happy place.
Yeah.
We weren't sure how we were going to do because we had porosity in the blade, so we were a little bit worried, but after we saw the carpet test, we were kind of thinking it was going to go pretty smoothly. We cut through everything, we passed every test, and so I don't think it could have gone better.
And now the judges testing for Michigan Tech's The Founding Founders. Ben, please take the stage.
After we saw how easily our sword sliced the rice bag, we weren't really too worried about the carpet part of the challenge.
David, please take the stage.
The handle seems solid.
Well, that's good.
We had a bit of a rushed post-processing stage, so being able to do some of the finishing touches at the end was very challenging. But the results that we've had so far, we're really happy with, so depending on what they decide based on that, we're excited to see what happens.
And the judges testing for Cal Poly Pomona's Crucible Crew.
We didn't want to have any danger of parts coming off or like a handle breaking, so we cast our sword all in one piece, just so it would be 100% solid.
It's made perfect for the wood challenge and the coconut. It pulverized the coconut and stuff went flying everywhere. We wanted it to not break. That was our goal, and we succeeded.
So far, this round has offered uncertain results. But one thing that is certain is that Pitt State's here to defend their title.
And now the judges testing for Pittsburg State and Kansas, the Silverback Swords.
We won last year, so we have a massive target on our back.
And Melissa, please take the stage.
It's heavy, but it's really, really sharp.
When I saw it go through the mat, I was like, we're gonna take that mat home. The mat! The judge testing went pretty great. We got really nice, clean cuts throughout our mats.
Got to figure out how to divvy it up first, you know?
The carpet test went well, but will the coconut be another memento or a bad memory?
And finally, Ben, please take the stage.
That coconut broke clean, which is pretty awesome.
I'm fairly confident we'll at least move on.
It's now time for a difficult decision. The judges must choose which of the outstanding teams in this round will go on to the finals. And since everything from the design to performance to authenticity will play a part in determining the winner, the judges from all assessment categories will weigh in. This round had quite a diverse cast of characters. What do you guys?
Cast of characters.
You got that. 6 out of 8 swords passed the testing without failing. Penn State University Behrend, California State Polytechnic University Pomona, Central Michigan University, Tennessee Technological University, Michigan Technological University, and Pittsburg State University. What do you think?
There's so much difference in fit and finish from one to the next. We have some that almost failed, but not quite failed.
That's Tennessee Tech and Michigan Tech.
Yeah, Michigan Tech is starting to lose their pummel.
And then we have the two at the end that really did fail.
Western Michigan University and Iowa State University.
And they fail for such small reasons. I mean, you know, having a tang that's 1/8 of an inch, all of the parts of the sword are important.
How about the swords that survive the testing? Like Penn State Behrend.
The guard here is just so close to your finger, you have to just avoid the guard, and it's a little bit of a difficulty.
But overall, this sword did really well.
What about the sword from our defending champs, Pittsburg State?
The issue I have with that one is it's really heavy.
It's too bad this one was so heavy because the casting quality was good. The etching's absolutely beautiful.
Often students don't have experience with handling weapons, tools, so they don't know what they should be like. If you've never handled a sword, you wouldn't identify that issue of weight and balance.
How about Pomona?
This was cast all in one piece, which is a really cool thing, done in sand, which is really cool.
And finally, Central Michigan University.
That one felt so unstable because the handle was small, but the blade was so heavy, I was worried about even swinging it.
Yeah, it's got a fencing foil handle and a meat cleaver blade.
Yes.
Well, have you been able to reach a decision?
As always, we've narrowed down the choices, but the decision isn't clear.
May I please have to the stage the Behrend Bladesmith.
I think with the technical report, I think that will help us a lot. I think we put a lot of time and effort into that.
Yeah, I'm also hoping that the video will help us. I mean, we put a lot of time into it. We made it creative. We kind of tried to show our personalities. We're hoping that that'll help us as well.
Crucible Crew. Fired Up Casting.
Seeing last year's champions, Pittsburgh sword, top-notch. I'm very impressed with what they were able to create.
Yeah, incredible.
We aren't just so nervous.
The founding founders.
We're a little bit of a mixed bag on whether or not we're moving forward. Our sword visually isn't super impressive.
But after competing, it turned out really well and it performed well above our expectations. So we're confident.
And the winner, advancing to the finals of cast in steel and eligible for the top prize of $25,000 is from Pittsburg State University, the Silverback Sword.
We are ecstatic, happy, over the moon.
We were confident. We thought we would get there, but you never know until you're in the moment.
Stinks that we weren't the winners, but we were super happy for them. Their sword was really cool.
Great job, guys.
This competition definitely helped me find what I was looking for. This is exactly what I want to do. So I plan to go into a career in casting once I graduate. It's been really awesome, and I've kind of found my thing now, so.
See you next year.
Thank you.
All the teams in this round made excellent swords. The judging came down to Penn State and Pitt State. The blades from both schools had pluses and minuses, especially in their design. But when we considered all the assessment categories, the judges felt that Pitt State had the superior sword.
If there's a metal band on the whiskey barrel, our lovely tester over there, Gabe, swung through the wood and hit the metal weight, and there didn't seem to be any defects. And so honestly, I'm not concerned about that. We are the defending champs. I want to kind of push that forward and see if we can get a back-to-back win. That'd be fun.
Welcome to the finals of Cast in Steel!
We just progressed to the finals.
We worked our asses off to get here.
This is almost an entire year's worth of work.
Something on that stage is gonna break. It's either gonna be the ice block or it's gonna be our sword.
I'm scared of the test on the barrel.
They're really hitting that barrel super hard.
The tests are terrifying.
But this is it.
Now, there's no going back.
The winner of Cast in Steel and the $25,000 top prize is
If you want to find out more about the teams competing, the casting industry, or career opportunities in manufacturing, scan this QR code.